Okay, folks, let's make a proper start. We're 26 minutes in. Let's make a start. Themes for the week. The overarching themes are frustration. I'll list the themes and I'll tell you why afterwards. Memories, thoughtfulness, thinking back. Thankfulness. We just kind of covered the major topics there, but there are others. Positivity. Coming back to my friend Patrick Crows Thunder. If you haven't checked out his podcast, I meant to put a link in the description. I've written Patrick Crows Thunder and I'm going to add the link to the specific podcast and to his channel. But I was in the chat on his podcast on Friday evening, our time, Friday noon, US Eastern time. But he gave me a bit of a kick up the backside, and something that I mentioned, he told me to kind of get on with, and kind of the adversity is the opportunity kind of thing. I'll come back to this because it fits in on, like I said, Friday and Saturday in particular. But thank you, Patrick, for the jolt, for the boost, the kick up the backside. Sometimes I need it. I settle into a pattern sometimes and accept things the way they are, and just don't push forward as much as maybe I should at times. So yeah, those are the themes. Let me tell you why. So the frustrations, I'll just give you the overview. Tina. My YouTube videos didn't really go anywhere this week. YouTube videos just, I'd release them, they do well for the first 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, and then they just die on their backside and sit there and do nothing, stagnant for the rest of the week. And for a guy who likes to watch the graphs go up and down, see Patrick, my friend Patrick, he's got a YouTube channel, as I said, but he uses the graphs periodically just to see what's happening and check what's what. I'm a little bit more, what would be the word? ADHD would be overstating it. But I do like to watch their graphs going up, release a video and sit there for 6 or 8 hours just wanting to know it's going well. And if it's not, making changes, changing the title, changing the thumbnail. So me and YouTube haven't been getting along well this week. What else? What are my frustrations? Where are we? Oh, videos not coming together. I'm editing a few videos and I'm some of them I'm a week or 10 days or some of them perhaps a little bit more behind, and I'm just not getting them out the door quickly enough, folks. And then I've started pushing a couple of the recent ones out, which means that when the early ones come out, they're out of order, they're out of sync. But some of these quick ones, like Louisa's food delivery yesterday, I got that out this morning. Well, actually it was ready last night, but there's a preferred time slot I have, so I set it up ready to just go automatically this morning. But it means that the one that's from kind of 10 days ago, the Thursday and Friday, I did a Thursday one about bad weather that's from like 10 days ago, and then the follow-up Friday is sitting waiting. But I need to summarize that Thursday one. I need to do like a 1 or 2 minute, here's what happened previously, because when you do a continued next week kind of video, you got a recap for people who haven't seen, or for people who have, just as a quick reminder. And it's just not coming together, folks. I'm not a video editor and I'm only working on a phone. There's no laptop, there's no clever software, there's no shenanigans. It's me and a phone. And no disrespect to the ladies who bought me the phone, it's a basic phone. It's not got all the oomph, it's not got all the bells, all the whistles. sorry ladies. But we bought when someone's buying you a phone, you take what you're given. We're at the bottom end of the market. It's a tramp in a field, We're not going for high production values. There's no external microphones. There's no what do you call the 3D stabilizer thing? That means that you can twist and turn and the camera stays steady. I haven't got any of the gizmos and gadgets, folks. It's just me and a phone. There's no editing suite, no powerful software, no laptop and AI and all of that shenanigans. It's just me and a phone. That's why everything's in 720p and not in super 4K or 8K high def super resolution. Spot the pores and the blackheads on my forehead. None of that. Fortunately. Okay. Other frustrations. My subscriber count. Guys, help. Trying to get to 500 so that we can unlock some new features on Google stroke YouTube. And I'm stuck on 425, I think. Which, it was 420, I think, when we left things last week. So from 420 to 425, so less than one new subscriber a day. I need, realistically, to get up to 1,000 for some proper unlocking of features. One step at a time, I know, you know. But if you could tweet, push the button to share on YouTube, push the button to share on Facebook or wherever, I'd appreciate it. Likes and subscribes and all the rest of it, those are all good. But sharing, bringing more people here, if you could see your way to it, it would be appreciated. But it's a frustration for me because I like to see the graphs going up. Some days I'm on -1 and -2 subscribers because if someone signs up because of my superb cookery videos, and the next video they see some tramp in a field. You get me? I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And then my final frustrations. Fucking Labara. My phone was up for renewal, or is up for renewal, midnight tonight. And obviously a chunk of my PayPal money goes in that direction. But they make it difficult for me. Between Labara not accepting PayPal, and so I have to use my PayPal through a third party who then pay Labara and put a fee on, and then PayPal take a fee. So I put 2 months through at once, and it cost me €5 more than the actual Labara fee for the 2 months. And not only that, when I get to the PayPal screen, they try and make me add my credit card info. Do you see my difficulty? Let me remind you. Are you going to take my click? No, the phone's not going to take my click. Let me... No? Oh well, I was going to show you the field. I'm a tramp. Let me do it this way. I'm a tramp living in a field with a dog. If I had a bloody credit card, remember I lived rough for 4 months without even a shelter over my head. And then it was another 3 or 4 months before I got a tent over my head. Thanks to you guys. If I had a bloody credit card to add to my PayPal account, I wouldn't be in a fucking field. And I've had this every time I've tried to renew, every time I try to top up my Labara account. Something between this third-party provider and PayPal won't accept my preferred payment method as being my PayPal balance. Even when there's enough there in the account, add a credit card, add a bank account. It's always something that they're pushing for. Adding a bank account. Here we go next. After I finally managed to get some payment to go through to Libara, I got a little bit of an issue with my hard drive. The external hard drive that I plug into my computer and I transfer files across to free up space on the phone. There's a little issue with the file allocation table, and some software detects the drive as not being readable. I had an alternate piece of software that worked and that did find it readable, but it only had a 2-day trial license. And because I was stuck, I thought I would pay the €5 for the full license. Ideally, I would just plug this hard drive into a laptop, into a computer, and it would say, oh, a little bit of an error, let me correct that. And it would correct it. My phone says, a little bit of an error, oh, let's reformat the hard drive. And you lose everything on it. Proceed? No, don't proceed. Not under any circumstances proceed. So I tried to buy this software. And it took me off to PayPal. And between PayPal and the Google Play Store, I went around about 10 times. I went around 10 to log in. Oh, do this, do that. Oh, add a bank account. No thanks. Frustrations, folks. These are the themes of the week. Here we are, almost on 40 minutes, still discussing the themes of the week, not the actual events. Okay, other themes. So frustration was one of the themes. Memories was a theme for the week. This is a biggie. And I let it slide by almost unnoticed, really. Two, count them. 2 anniversaries of sorts this past week. Yesterday, and I didn't realise until about 7 o'clock at night, yesterday marked 8 years since I arrived in Spain. The 17th of February, 2016. Did I just say 7 years? 8 years. Fuck. 8 years. 2016. It is, isn't it? That's 8. I had 7 in my head. Oh, I wrote 8. Did I say 8 originally? I don't know. Anyway, it's been 8 years I've been in Spain. That's a big anniversary. And of course, for the first 6 of them, 6.5 of them, things were kind of fine. Life was good. Money in the bank. Cash. 4 walls and a roof. Friends. Acquaintances. Whatever they were. Another anniversary this week. Semi-anniversary. 18 months a hobo. 18 months truly homeless. From when I got made actually homeless. And I still haven't got any kind of touch to bring that back up. My phone is messing me about. It's a software issue. Comes and goes with updates. Okay, where was I, folks? 18 months ago, staying with a friend. And she finally had enough of me and said, out you go. And we walked down the steps and off into the wastelands of Torrevieja. That was this week, 18 months ago. I think that was Wednesday. Let me just check. That was Wednesday, the 14th. 17th of February was the anniversary of coming to Spain. The 14th of August, so 6 months and a year, 18 months ago, the anniversary or the month-anniversary. Is that a word? Month-anniversary? Don't know. I'm using it. I'm going with it. That's the 18-month anniversary of me becoming a hobo, a tramp, a vagrant, a down and out, as in the name of the channel. Delta Mike, down and out in Torrevieja. Okay. Another theme for the week. Thankfulness, we've already discussed. The donations, the food donations, the positivity of some of my friends and connections that I'm building, which touches again on positivity, and Patrick Crow's Thunder. I just want to give that guy a shout out. He's got 3 channels on YouTube, and as far as I can tell, they're all criminally undersubscribed. I'll put links in the description afterwards if you want to come back another time and look at the description. But it's Patrick Crow, Patrick with a CK on the end, Crows with an apostrophe S, because possessive, Thunder, Native American medicine man, and philosopher, and I say life coach, and he would probably slap me silly for saying life coach because of all that brings with it. And because of him being a martial arts expert that would knock 7 bells out of me. Violent Monk is another one of his channels. Patrick Crow's Thunder, Violent Monk, and forgive me, Patrick, the other one was something to do with families and bringing them together, and I can't remember the name. If you're here at any point in the chat, in the live stream, feel free to throw a description of your channel. You probably can't post a link, but I'll find it and add it to the description after the event. Okay, folks, we are on 43 minutes and we've not made a proper start on the week's events. Shall we? Hey, shall we do so? Shall we make a beginning? Shall we make a start? Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Join me on Sundays for TrampCast. It's the weekly look at the successes, the failures, the happenings in my life as a tramp, a homeless guy, a hobo, living in Torrevieja in Spain. It's at 5 o'clock Spanish time, Central European time. It's at 4 p.m. GMT, UK time. And 10 a.m. US Central time. Love to see you there, folks. Okay. Delta Mike, out.